If you double team Zach Edey, the Purdue guards are excellent at swinging the ball to find the open man from 3. Watch out for Sir'Jabari Rice's pump fake when he catches the ball out on the perimeter for Texas. Creighton sets random go screens to confuse the defense and get Baylor Scheierman open looks from 3. That's 3 teams down. We have 65 more to go. But first, I've been filling out March Madness brackets since I was 8. I'd watch games, read articles, and then obsess over my picks. 2004 must have been a particularly obsessive year for me. I made 4 brackets. And I still remember in 2003 that 9-year-old me would have won my dad's office pool if Hakeem Warwick didn't famously block this shot. I picked Kansas to win it all that year. Then, sometime in high school, I learned about bracket strategy. Basically, the idea that it doesn't just matter what teams you pick, it also matters what teams everyone else in your pool picks. It's about finding value. I learned about bracket strategy from Pool Genius, the sponsor of this video. Pool Genius has a bracket picks product that uses a machine learning algorithm to generate the optimal bracket. All you do is enter in your pool's information, like the size of the pool, the prize payouts, and the scoring system, and then their algorithm spits out the optimal bracket, or brackets with an S if you plan on entering more than one, specifically for you. Since 2017, Pool Genius subscribers have reported over $1.8 million in bracket pool prizes. And every year, an average of 52% of their subscribers have reported winning at least one bracket pool. That track record led to Wired Magazine doing a feature on their algorithm. I highly recommend their product for anyone looking to get as big of an edge as possible this March. Just go to poolgenius.com/hoopvision or click the link in the description to get 10% off their bracket picks, which includes tools for NCAA Survivor and auction pools. You can also get up to 55% off a yearly subscription. Alright, now let's get back to the teams. Alabama plays deep drop coverage when defending ball screens. Their defense allows more floaters than any other team in the field. Arizona runs high-low action for post-ups with Umar Ballo and Azuolas Tubelis. Arizona State mixes in a 1-2-1-1 zone press with Alonzo Gaffney out at the top hunting for deflections. Arkansas leads the SEC in block percentage. They're loaded with length and versatility on the defensive end. In Auburn's flex offense, Johni Broome flashes up towards the paint after setting the flex screen. Baylor averages 15 points per game on jump shots coming off of the dribble. That's the most of any team in the field. Boise State has one of the most efficient defenses in the country. They're great at maneuvering through screens and dribble handoffs. Charleston plays fast and shoots a lot of threes. Over 47% of their shot attempts come from behind the arc, top 10 in the country. Colgate is one of the best shooting teams in the field. They're ranked number 1 in 3-point percentage and number 7 in 2-point percentage. UConn uses stagger screens to get Jordan Hawkins on the move for jump shots and curls to the basket. When Drake's Tucker DeVries has smaller defenders on him, he'll take them to the mid-post area and shoot jump shots over them. Duke runs double ball screens with Derek Lively rolling to the basket and Kyle Filipowski popping to the perimeter. Fairleigh Dickinson's motion offense is predicated on constant movement without the ball and backdoor cuts to the basket. FAU spreads defenses out with 4-out 1-in spacing. Their 3-point shooting opens up the paint for drives and rolls to the basket. Furman's offense is heavily inspired by the Princeton offense, which of course means lots and lots of backdoor cuts. Watch out for Drew Timme spinning back to his left when driving from the top of the key for Gonzaga. Grand Canyon averages 27 points per game coming directly off of ball screens. That's the most of any team in the field. Houston aggressively defends ball screens, putting 2 players on the ball and using their length to create turnovers. Howard puts their point guard Elijah Hawkins into spread ball screen situations. He assists on 38% of his team's baskets. Illinois has gone back to Brad Underwood's spread offense that he used earlier in his career with Dane Danger operating out of the pinch post. Trace Jackson Davis has become a great passer out of the post for Indiana. It makes it very hard to double team him. Iona's Walter Clayton has taken 103 free throws and made 98 of them. That's 95%, which is the best of any player in the field. Iowa plays faster than any team in the Big Ten. They lead the conference in transition points per game. Iowa State's no-middle defense forces the most turnovers of anyone in the field. They turn opponents over on 26% of possessions. If opponents put 2 players on the ball when defending against Kansas's ball screens, KJ Adams is a great playmaker out of the short roll. Kansas State's Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson are, for my money, the best alley-oop combo in the field. They've connected on 10 of them this season. Kennesaw State sets flare screens for Chris Youngblood, only to then immediately rescreen for him to shoot or curl to the hoop. Be careful with the ball around Kent State's Malik Jacobs. The MAC Defensive Player of the Year is top 20 in the country in steal percentage. One of Kentucky's best forms of offense is a missed shot. They offensive rebound over 38% of their misses. On baseline out of bounds plays, Louisiana fakes a screen and then slips to the basket. They've scored 5 times off of the slip this season. Marquette sets double drag screens in early offense with Oso Ighodaro slipping to the basket. Maryland full court presses on defense to slow the opposition down. Their defensive possessions last the second longest in the country. Memphis also full court presses, but they run and jump you to speed you up and force turnovers. Watch out for Miami's backdoor cut when they run Iverson action for Isaiah Wong. Michigan State's Tyson Walker is a lethal off the dribble shooter around the elbows against drop coverage. Mississippi State defends the post by not letting the post player go middle and then giving help from the baseline side. Missouri is very good at corner cutting along the baseline if the defense loses sight during a middle drive. Montana State pounds the ball inside to Great Osobor and Jabril Bella. They're second in the country in points per game off of post-ups. Nevada averages 1.12 points per post-up. That's the most efficient post play of any team in the field. NC State sets drag screens in early offense to get Terquavion Smith driving with his left hand to the hoop. Northern Kentucky runs an aggressive matchup zone defense that gets into passing lanes and forces turnovers. Northwestern's hard post doubles force a lot of turnovers. They're number 1 in the Big Ten in defensive turnover percentage. Oral Roberts has a lethal pick and pop combo in Max Asmus and Connor Vanover. ORU leads the country in pick and pop threes. Penn State plays inside out by posting up Jalen Pickett and then kicking the ball out to 3-point shooters. Pittsburgh runs Spain or stacked ball screens in the middle third of the court. Tosan Owama is a point forward for Princeton. At 6'8", he leads the entire Ivy League in assists. Providence generates layups on their baseline out of bounds plays. They rank second in the country in baseline out of bounds efficiency. St. Mary's is an elite rebounding team. They grab over 56% of their total available rebounds. San Diego State's pack line defense sends early help to the ball, creating turnovers by stunting from 1 pass away. Philip Russell has logo range for Southeast Missouri State. He'll pull up from beyond NBA range in transition. TCU is loaded with long and athletic forwards that block shots. Chuck O'Bannon is especially good at blocking 3-point jumpers. Tennessee relentlessly pressures the ball on defense to speed up their opponents. Texas A&M runs a large portion of their offense out of horns. One of their go-to actions is to ISO Julius Marble or Henry Coleman at the elbow. Texas A&M Corpus Christi is at their best when running the break. They rank top 10 in the country in transition points per game. Texas Southern ices ball screens to keep the ball handler towards the sideline on one side of the floor. UC Santa Barbara's AJ Mitchell averages more points in ball screens than any player in the field. He has fantastic touch around the basket. UCLA is all about the short mid-range jumper. They take more jump shots from 17 feet or in than any team in the field. UNC Asheville uses 5-out spacing. They spread the floor to let their 5-man Drew Pember create out at the top of the key. It's hard to score in the paint against USC's defense. The Trojans are ranked 3rd in the country in defensive 2-point percentage. If you're guarding Utah State, you can't go under ball screen set for Steven Ashworth. He's shooting over 50% on off-the-dribble threes. VCU plays aggressive man-to-man defense that creates turnovers by pressuring the ball and jumping passing lanes. Dylan Penn is ambidextrous for Vermont. He shoots jump shots with his left hand, but prefers hook shots and floaters with his right. After timeouts, Virginia runs a box set that leads to a lob at the rim for one of their big men. Eric Stevenson takes a shot on 34% of West Virginia possessions. That's top 10 in the country. He's a great scorer off of screens. While a ball screen is occurring, Xavier big men duck in to seal their defender and open up a driving lane for the ball handler. Thank you very much for watching. Please do us a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. We're close to 100K. A reminder that the link to Pool Genius is in the description. If you're looking for more advice on filling out your bracket, I uploaded a video on bracket strategy last year that might be helpful. I want to extend an invitation to join the official Hoop Vision bracket pool for this year. I set it up through ESPN, it's free to join, and I'm giving away Hoop Vision gear to the winners. First place gets this exclusive Hoop Vision hoodie that I'm wearing right now, and second through 5th place receive a dry fit Hoop Vision t-shirt. The link to sign up is in the description, and thank you as always for watching.